Hey, what's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're playing some more Danganronpa 2. Last episode we found out Miharu has been killed, and we went through the investigation. And we don't really have a proper suspect. I kind of have two in mind, either Hyoko or Fuyuhiko. Other than that, I have zero fucking clue who it is. But other than that, no, let me go. Help me. Wah. Ah. Fucking Waluigi over here. He's gonna do something crazy to me. I'll be ruined. Shut up and stay put, you stubborn little Lolita. Hey, stop harassing little girls. This is... What's going on? Hyoko's trying to run away. So Monokuma brought her here by force. But Hyoko's still trying to run away, so Monokuma's trying to wrap her up in a full Nelson. Hey, if you don't stay put, I'm gonna put you part of the island's food chain. Jeez, make me waste my sweet ass time. But there's another problem to deal with besides this one. What the heck's Fuyuhiko? This guy, he's totally ditched. Totally ditched my appointment. He pisses me off. His anger changed his form. What the fuck? I'm right here. Fuyuhiko, you came. I was worried about you. There's no way for me to run anyway. So no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right? But still. I'm a Yakuza. Accepting defeat is not an option. Fuyuhiko, what does that mean? Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good. Looks like everyone's here, so let's depart now. I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys. Oh, crap. I'm not mentally prepared for it yet. Do you even have to prepare? We don't have enough power. Harness your latent energy. Come on, bring that energy. So it begins. The beginning of the end. Now then, let's keep our spirits high, so we can one day find that shining hope. That's right, I can only... Moving forward is our only option. Into Monokuma Rock. Dunk. That was not properly loaded. No matter how many times I see it, it's such a bad taste. The worst, the lowliest, most brutal taste. Somehow I moved my muscles stiff from fear and nerves and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short. I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock. A rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we're inside continued to drop. With the drop, I was flicting between feeling hope and despair. I suck at words. As if heart was a rotten fruit swallowing the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. Just dies. So we're about to reach the bottom. My consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs. After a while, the elevator's vibration gradually weakened. And then it just stopped altogether. Defend the boring routine. Defeat the boring routine. I've decided to start redecorating. How does it look? Sir Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it? It's not like I allow you to think otherwise anyways. To go to the trouble of doing something like this. Elaborate. Really, what is your true intention?
No.
Nothing, really. Essentially, this killing game is just a way to kill time. Kill time? To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose. A purpose is only going to be weakened. Those who have a purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about the cheap-ass purpose like trying to survive. and join the class trial from the bottom of your hearts. It's starting. It's starting. The class trial starting. Maharu Kazumi, the ultimate photographer. She was an unlying force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. Most importantly, she was always straightforward. The person that killed her is among us. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it, but regardless, we need to find the answer. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there's no other way for us to survive. And so, this light-threatening trial glowing with hope and despair has begun. And now, do I have any skills to set? I don't know how you get skills in this one. Anyway, alright. Let's go. Class trial starts.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Okay.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F. The high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. First character played was controlled as Girl A. It's probably Mikan.
I see. Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
Hi, Girl B.
A nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right. The one who said that was Girl B, I believe.
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
I can just imagine fucking Hajime looking down at her with a bitch please look. Girl C. Personality is hyper energetic and unique. Ibuki.
I see. Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl C? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Please stop.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Girl D. There's only one person at the camera with him. Miharu.
I see. Girl D is Mahiru.
Mahiru.
Victim in this case. Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Fuyuhiko.
See. Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko? I was in a game?
That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name is Kizuri appears twice. I have a hunch, but call me out like that, and I can tell you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason Fuyuhiko's last name Kizuryu is because he had a little sister.
I can prove it with this.
Okay.
In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
It's been a day since I did the rest of this, so I'm not fully refreshed. I usually like to do the class trials immediately after I had to go to work. So
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
that bitch. How did she do to my little sister?
It's pretty clear.
Yeah, okay.
There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. When I came to the game, I see being Fuhi's little sister.
I see.
The high school girl who died in the beginning.
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
That bitch. Girl, he wasn't. Bitch, what the hell? Yeah.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer. Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Again, he didn't stop.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck? Is that Wild Connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he's also strange reality going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Shut up!
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What?
Monami, you sound so, like, unenthusiastic.
Definitely friends.
Thank you.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume based on events, because Girl E was the killer. Game? Game? What the fuck's going on? Hello? My computer. Can you, like... I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Now then, now that we're back. Here.
I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she
I would go through the entire trial again, sorry.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
Fair enough.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is the basic.
We get it. Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining.
Poor Chiaki.
Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Yeah, do you think there's no mistake? Then what to go into it? That first. Okay. Okay.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside. You need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
How was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music?
She probably used a hidden passageway. Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
Alright. Let's try
What did
this.
Girl E do? She just broke the window and escaped out.
So how do
Come on.
you go to the front of the music? To go back to the, you need to go through. Plus, I think the other 4 girls.
At the entrance, heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon.
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you've gotta stick with it to the end!
God, you're such a whiny little bitch.
Heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the
Probably
game,
the,
though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
Was it the fucking tank? Doing the advance as long as we don't make it clear. Then I have to do it, I have to do it. Maybe the map is. I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? No, then there's something I need to talk to you. Regarding white noise and the non-stop point. Some. Do what you want noise, charge them in one shot. Their white noise chip away each time you shoot it. With them silencer, unless you completely destroy them, your time will not be replenished. Difficulty. Okay, whatever. So basically, there's some rather annoying white noise. Broken fish tank. I see what it is. Broken fish tank.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano.
It's even bigger, you dipshit.
Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Then she attacked her with.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that big a
If it's a
Maybe.
weapon that was used, it should have had blood stains.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Damn it!
I don't remember how to fully play this. To this one. Here we go. Select concentrate space.
What about broken glass?
I don't.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be. Then the piano. Why are you going? The investigation. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with? If it's a weapon that
Oh
was
wait, can't you agree with people in this one?
with her fists. A weapon inside the. What about broken glass? Isn't the cause of death?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
Fuck!
Then the piano. Why are you going? The investigation. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with? If it's a weapon that was, it should have had. Was there a weapon with? She beat her to death with her fists.
Come on.
A weapon inside the. What about broken glass? Isn't the cause of death?
Then she attacked her with the.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going? The investigation. It's on that biggest.
I hope it's this one. Pretty sure balloon means you can like agree with them or something.
A weapon inside the. What about broken glass? Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
No, no, no. I was gonna explain what you're saying. Attacked someone with fish tank.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Killer escape routes.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
I don't.
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be. Then the piano. Why are you going even? The investigation. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
No, I don't. Alright, I'll be back in a minute after I'm done figuring.
Music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death?
Then she attacked her with the.
That's too big to be. Then the piano. Why are you going even?
You will never give up.
Alright. This one's fucking stupid. But maybe. There's one thing I haven't tried.
What about broken glass? Isn't the cause of death?
Then she attacked her.
That's too big to be. Then the piano. Why are you going even? The investigation. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel?
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so fucking. Okay, cool.
God, the killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness.
I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought. I'm chosen by the gods.
Shut up.
You're not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, and so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea.
Fuck's sake.
For the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen.
Fair enough.
And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it has to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
It's okay. I made sure to throw it away.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And From there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Yep, yeah, that girl, guy F.
I see.
Monokuma.
It should have been Guy F.
That bitch with the, yeah.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
Shut up, Gundam.
But Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were like totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
Sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
Does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
No, the game matters. That's probably related. It's actually more important sharing points between murder.
I can prove it with this.
No bad.
I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way to avenge the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now. There is no way a stupid game could be the motive.
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge.
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles.
Thank you, Peko.
It's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. Don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet clogging bitch?
Oh. Okay. Yeah, probably. Okay. Footprints.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll?
That's mean.
Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
Yep.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
No, that's wrong.
Lie, bitch.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't.
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house, which means When the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was in?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left. Which means something happened between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
Oh, sure you do.
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Can I stop it?
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves.
Who are you talking? What are you?
If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do
Gundam,
that.
please slap her. Or stick a fucking hamster on her or something. Okay. I don't know, so I don't know what's.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her.
Oh, okay.
I did go to the beach, but only during my morning walk.
There you go.
No, that's wrong. Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
I'm gonna tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. What about we discussed earlier? It's if we change the place and time. Come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30. Seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it secret to them. Let's try not to see each other for a while. Be bad if they start suspecting us for no reason. Yoko, Sajani.
That letter. It's the one Mahiru had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious. I don't know.
Oh, snap. I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
See. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong. You're totally wrong.
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right? No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
Is this another fucking Byakuya situation where someone killed them and then the other one set up the body to look like it's someone else?
Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that too.
The only place I think we're was probably at is that place, right? Report the trash can.
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving the footprints.
We have presented the proof. My four dark caves of destruction didn't even need to come out.
You're weird.
Trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed
How did
Mahiru,
you
right?
know it was there? Did you go to the beach house?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
Look in a mirror.
That is right. It cannot be Hyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Ah, you simp.
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
Shit, that Hiyoko was suspicious, but there's something strange. And it doesn't make sense. I can't help but feel we're being directed by someone. Make your argument. I have to take a look. We'll have to go through these.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion.
Killer's escape
Yoko is
routes,
the
maybe.
sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
But looks like everyone doubts Hiyoko. Is that really okay? Okay, I'm.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also... So that's when you dropped the gummy.
Give me back.
No,
Okay.
that's wrong.
Oh, that was a wild guess.
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow? And it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy. See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who
You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
Okay. What's the next? Footprints, yellow gummy, iron barred window, Mikan's autopsy report. We'll do that one.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence.
Yeah.
And we can thank Mahiru for it.
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
Alright.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it.
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. We have the evidence.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence.
You're talking about the footprints.
It's true, that's an and we can thank
What is that? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the
I know it.
We have the evidence.
She was dead on
I
impact.
left those footprints during my morning walk.
We're not done with Hiyoko. There's still a huge.
You're talking about the footprints.
It's true, that's an important and we can thank Mahiru.
What is that? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength.
No, that's wrong.
Mahiru dead on impact. You just have to think about it for a little bit.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death? According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you.
I'm sorry.
Quit threatening her.
You cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
Oh, you're getting your ass shit on by Sonya now.
Sure, her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
Could she move a body like that, though? She's pretty small.
Seriously, that's not true. Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who...
She also wasn't covered in blood when she was running by.
If she handled a body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was...
Exactly.
She was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer. Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven.
Not exactly.
I won't let you look down on me. We haven't decided that yet.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean my water bottle makes so much noise.
Fuyuhiko, why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer. That little bitch is definitely the killer.
Is she, though? Rebuttal showdown. Okay.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body.
I didn't mean to do that.
Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Somebody says that Hyoko's the killer. If I don't counter all his words, I'll be pushed back.
Mahiru didn't block, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Good
If
names.
Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, She just washed it off in the shower.
Can't do that, dumb bitch.
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Are you saying I did something bad for
She
Bird?
can't, and we also know she can't do her clothes by herself. No, that's impossible. That she can't get dressed by herself.
See,
We came through. Well, not in fact a while ago.
Kyoko mentioned this before.
I can't help it. I can't tie my Komodo sash by myself.
Which means Kyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. And it only smelled a little. Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yep.
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me. If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hold on a second. Pekko? You were was it Pekko?
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
Yeah, but she clearly has a wound.
Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed out.
Doubting me of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life. That actually sounds pretty cool.
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Maybe it's Pekko.
Yeah, seems like it. See? I already told you.
Because
There's no
Pekko came
way
back.
to kill
Because Pekko was
Mahiru.
wet when she came here, so because she was swimming.
Because Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Calm down, you bitch.
Yoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, Pig Bart. I hope you get a hangnail and die. I'm sorry for being Pig Bart.
More importantly, Furious' behavior earlier was definitely strange. Being so worked up and accusing Hiyoko for being suspicious. Could be. Does he actually have something else in
Hey,
mind?
Hiyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah, I got that already. So, can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier?
She never talked to me at all. Man, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to ask me such an easy question.
Damn it! So that was a lie?
All she does is lie.
Because I thought it'd be better if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox. A letter? Yeah, this one.
Someone who wants to interfere. Meeting, let's keep a secret to them. Let's not see each other for a while. It'll be definitely best. They start suspecting us for no reason. Once you come, let's keep a secret to that. Okay. Okay, so we have a true bullet now.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
The Hyokai doesn't clearly contract with other evidence. The other fucking... Hold the fuck on. Where is it? 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 Where the fuck is it? Letter on Miharu. There we go.
I can prove it with this.
You lying little bitch.
Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
What about our discussion earlier? It's okay if we change plans of time. When you come to the beach or second island.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
Well, yeah. So it's different. We understand that.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Someone else wrote them.
Yoko, since you wrote it, what do you think? Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
Seriously, the letter was forged by the killer, but which killer? Both.
I see! The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they can manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters, confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible.
Shut up, Mr. Depresso.
I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Can someone time up again?
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
Sounds like a
So
plan.
based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterwards. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something. Medicine? That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
I was scared. It was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but... The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer. That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Please stop crying.
Hyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears with her.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to
Nah,
you
didn't mean to
believe
click
in
it.
each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any
I'm
despair.
gonna say, yeah.
And
Oh,
I
you fucking
believe
weirdo.
absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
We need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yup, yup. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. What? He's sleeping.
Can we just leave?
You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
The bitter chew. That may be chew, but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Like I said, with cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Because unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive. Yep.
Well now,
Now the class trial has reached its climax. Let's present an answer right here, right now. Spoil who the killer is? If we reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll be shocked. I'll feel despair. You can't. That's seriously a big no-no. But spoiling it is right. No, it's intentional, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. He's the club president. So, without further ado, the answer is you can't. Everyone's please close your ears, cover your eyes.
correct. You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I feel like it's wrong to me. Yeah, sure.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
Please stop.
To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
Don't tell me what to do, bitch.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there? Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't. Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Well, I mean, fair enough.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder.
Ah, yes, wondering.
At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
Play a new game? Is that what you're thinking? So we prepared a perfect product for you. Dive into your own brain and logically discover the mysteries of questions. It's called the logic dive. During the logic dive, you'll control a version of yourself creating from an image after your brain. Your test is reach the goal of the found destination. Okay. Sideways with the mouse, acceleration the control key, right mouse button brake, jump, the fuck? Okay, on your journey you'll take damage every time you fall into grab bump the walls, also, okay. The branching questions will appear several times in one course, so please be careful. I electronically make good use of the brake. Yeah, okay. That's right, might be a very important problem. The killer tampered with evidence after Kyoko ran away from the beach house. When the killer arrived and departed from the beach house. Think. Focus on thinking about it. Be able to find the answer. Alright, we're gonna do it. Okay. This is kind of neat. Alright, I'm gonna use a mixture of controls. Just going to this on the mouse. It's kind of sucky. Question 1. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? After Yoko arrived. Didn't mean to do that, but okay. Oh, I can hold forward and go faster. Oh, that's so much easier. Oh. Okay, I was wrong. So it was before Hyoko arrived. Where the fuck would I guess maybe the beach house. Or the... Fair. Okay, I guess that's fair. Don't mind me, I'm stupid. Question 2. When did the killer leave the beach house? Before Kyoko left. What? But... Excuse me? I'm super confused. Either I'm just stupid. She's also very fair pop. When was the killer hiding when Kyoko was unconscious? When was the killer hiding when Kyoko was unconscious? Yeah, I think I'm gonna get this wrong, so fuck it, the beach. Yep. Knew it. One time I didn't go with my gut. I just try to say fuck this one. Alright.
It's all coming together.
Is it though?
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
I mean, it is her.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Kyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
I really don't have... I don't really want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. Place where the killer was hiding, a place where Hyoko hasn't looked. Okay. Then... No, she... Where the fuck were they in the closet too?
Here. Killer was
The
probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up.
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place?
Wait, wasn't there
Without
a
Hiyoko knowing?
fucking surf thing open?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Kara made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance. I can only think of one place. That's right.
Here!
That makes sense. I'm dumb.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Yes.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case? With the shelf it was on. It was pretty messy, don't you think? Two surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think. Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if we didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which
Okay.
means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get
I
back
guess
to
that makes sense. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Yoko. And then Kazuchi. Or Soda. And it went off before I got. Who the fuck else?
You're the one who went on a tangent.
Who the fuck else was there?
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. What about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Oh god. Now then I should explain the final feature of the non-stop debates. Moving forward to be able to use the truth flashbacks. Or no, left mouse radical will change. Yeah, the mark our weak spots. Keep it position to be able to memorize it. Memorize phrase can be fired once as a single. Okay, so it's this one again. Okay, I understand this one. Shower room.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
Get that rid of that.
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body. Maybe they were able to wash it off.
If I use that person's opinion. Contradiction.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply washed.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
No.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do
No,
with
I
the bloody
didn't
wetsuit?
want it
They
to.
cut it up and
As someone who flushed, it would
Yeah.
definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other. Perhaps someone other. Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't
So
use
what
the
I wanna
shower, so
do-
washing it off.
They didn't have to use the shower.
oh, what about the wetsuits?
I don't
Maybe they
care
wore
about
one when they-
wetsuits.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody
Fuck
wetsuit?
me.
They cut it up and
I'm trying
Someone who
to
flushed,
get
it
that
would
one.
Definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other. Perhaps someone other. Maybe they
Piss
were
off.
able to wash it off.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off.
They didn't have to use the.
oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they
There
do
we
with
go.
the bloody wetsuit?
Alright, so what we're gonna do,
Someone who flushed,
other
it
than the
would
shower,
definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other. Perhaps someone other. Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on?
Maybe they simply washed.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
I fucking missed.
Have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the maybe they wore one when
If they used something other than the shower.
What
Alright.
did they do with the bloody
they cut it up and
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog.
Maybe it's the
Just quit talking about your shit, man.
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
There you go.
No, that's wrong. If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower.
It's a beach, dumbass. Someone in the shower? Possible. You know, the sea. No, if they walk towards the beach. Wait. Oh.
I see. Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Are you, bitch?
In theory, then, that's impossible.
But why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will learn that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
No, but. Alright. Trash can.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking it. One bottle, it wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down.
Bitch.
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Pecco, you dumb bitch.
No, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a second. Now that I think about it, they soaked the entire body with a bunch of plastic water. Did that the person would be...
Seems you've realized who the killer is. See? Just as I thought. Hold on.
Oh, for
You know
fuck.
who the killer is?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
Killer who used plastic wash out the bottom's back. The killer Mahiro's killer must be that person. Pecco.
You're the only one! Pecco. Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Hajime Kazuchi. Oh, what are you two here? Hey, is she breathing pretty heavy? Still swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent. Say something. Hold on, you bastard. You
What?
saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
Just going to that patch by the diner, been to the beach house, straight back to the hotel after, so you guys didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast. It's too soon to decide she's a killer.
Oh my god.
We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Pecco is.
Who cares about that? Answer me.
You like
If you have an
Pecco.
explanation, then show me what you got.
We might have an answer.
We do.
This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Pecco is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
Killer escape room, I know what that is. I think this is the bathroom. Small window in the shower room.
See? If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Pecco could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders,
but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not. That would violate the school trip rule.
Yeah, littering's not allowed.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us. We just said they couldn't use an object.
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
No! Please don't be violent.
You know, the killer used an option to escape out the window. They would have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I could think of, the killer must have hid it somewhere. In that case, focus on thinking of the object the killer used to escape the window. Hangman's Gambit. Oh god, so many words. Nope. But he's just trying to come up with words at the moment. That can't be anything. Alright, Bam. Boo. There we go. God damn, this one's fucking annoying. Bamboo. Sheath, maybe. No. Actually, maybe so. I might still be able to... Yep, okay. Bamboo sword. You won't need a D, but I need it. Maybe. There we go. There we go. Bamboo sword.
I got it.
I fucking hate this one.
Pekko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Pekko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily. Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Pekko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Pekko, do you have anything to say?
And the time has come for a panic attack. Let's talk about fever time and negative time. From this point on, you'll only be able to respect during PTA. If you want to activate tempo will be pushed to its max, but that's not all you want. You won't miss during freeze time either. Okay. You're not the only one who can overhand. They're also called negative time. You're supposed to use. Okay, we know this already.
It would have been left in the shower room, and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass.
Fuyuhiko, why do you even
I
care?
mean, not necessarily.
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If a bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Why are you... Alright.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
You shut
Don't
up.
fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard?
Shut up, you fucking...
That's
There we go.
obviously impossible!
Is it though?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! If she used the
Alright.
bamboo sword,
Bamboo
as a step
sword
stool,
bag.
it would have been. This is the end.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword bag to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No, you just back off.
Is it true? Did you really kill Mahiru?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions. You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof. Got it, you bastard?
Oh, there's plenty of proof.
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she was Mayu's killer, right? But is this right? Even the viewers won't argue with us. Peko just admitted it so freely.
Flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Huh? Justice.
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Huh?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine, just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above
But why
our
Miha?
heads.
But Miharu? She didn't do anything.
Stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
This is... Could she be...
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts
Oh,
of
God.
evil. Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky.
What the fuck?
That would be me. Sparkling justice. Now then, let's execute justice.
What? What the fuck?
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice.
I like the
have
little
come
fucking
to deliver
emoticons.
justice.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Pecco finally snapped!
Yeah, she did.
Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... But... Huh?
Ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask. This mask is the dividing line. Just like various items. The sun is
Why do I feel like this? There's gonna be a whole new
beyond your
fucking side of this.
justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
Yeah, it is. What the heck is this? Pecco's the killer. Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
Shut up, Namami.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer.
Hey, this again?
Huh? Sleepwalking? So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately.
Yes, well, what made her evil?
What? I must not overlook
She didn't do anything, you did.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice.
What the fuck?
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
Yeah, she is.
She's so gross!
Pecco, is this your true identity?
My true identity. I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Stop laughing.
I can't stand this anymore. Let's just end this farce already.
End it. He's right. So we just need to end this already. The killer, in the end, there's no mistake that was the pick all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Okay. Maybe it actually is her. What? Just in case. Oh yeah, forgot this is how this one works. Nope. Maybe this one. Yep, there you go. Do this Sword bag. Got the gummy. Alright. Nope. I think so. Alright. She arrives. This one. Alright. Releasu. Sock 3. Maya arrives. Bottle of water. Just talking to someone. So maybe is it this? Okay, this one. This. Yep. Here would be where should I hide?
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome murder case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also was playing the game. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she had been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator.
That is correct.
They carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a
These are always so fucking complicated.
While holding the sword bag in their hand.
Shit's just gonna get worse from here too.
As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
Well then.
I see. And what of it? She's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice.
You're fucking crazy.
That's no reason to condemn.
You're fucking crazy. We have another toka in our hands, but this one's gonna die right away.
Weird, crazy bitch. There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
Can I have a button, please?
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice.
Can we vote this bitch out already?
Fall here. Who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break. Who's gonna die for you?
Fuyahiko slowly raises his hand.
Let Peko go. We're all gonna get killed. For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable. Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
Sure.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that,
Onakuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake.
He finally woke up.
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Yep.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement.
Well, this was a fucking case and a half. I don't even know what the fuck happened. Still want to know why Fuyuhiko was trying to cover for them. All right.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time?
What?
Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Pecco is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Pecco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
huh?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about
Quit.
it than most.
Quit it.
That
Fucking.
makes her an enthusiast.
Thank you.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. There's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Pecco, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
What the heck was that? Catchphrase. Catchphrase? In the magazine and library. With in purpose of a journalist who has interviewed sparkling justice. The article was written there in the name, so I tried translating it. I think I got the difference between serial killer and nationality.
I see. That's right. According to what Sonia said.
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
If she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?
All this time I completely misunderstood when I first heard about the serial killer genocide Jack. Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both of these were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so,
Pecco, you're not sparkling justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
huh?
Hey, be clearer. We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
Did Fuyuhiko do it then?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. The tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Pecco and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
Proof that there was one more person at the scene of the crime.
I see.
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So about the time, the three people include killer or not. Jeez, fine, fine. You want me to say it or not? It does not include the killer. All done. Yeah.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're the only one!
Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
All the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. Or that too. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. There's only proof that too. Wasn't there like another letter? Let's just do.
I can prove
Okay,
it with
so yeah,
this.
it was the sister.
I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize.
Yeah.
Photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko. You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister. Because whoever beat the game first received the ending prize.
Yep. Hey, what's that envelope? It's a. Shut up. What makes you think you have any right to question me?
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you.
So maybe Peko has relationships to the Yakuza, her family.
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? Because Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted.
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzumi.
But no. You still killed, though.
What the hell?
But you still killed her.
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned
Alright.
this from the start.
Young master.
She's part of the Yakuza as well.
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Pecco's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, it's completely insane!
How would Pecco be a tool in the first place? Pecco is a legitimate human being.
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what
But since you're the one who actually killed him, it must be you. Well then.
I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this
Oh my fucking god. No, no, you bad. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Monokuma is... Hold on a second. Okay, I'll wait. I'm just hesitating. There's no need to hesitate, no matter how you look at Pecco's the killer. Why? Why? Well, that's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a friggin' human being.
Well,
I'm a human, and I'm not a tool. That's what you're saying. You're wrong.
you just don't know.
You don't know what there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself only exist to be tools.
Hey,
What does she mean for you, Hiko? Pekka and I grew up together. Are you two childhood friends then?
No.
It's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kazuryu clan took me in.
I am nothing but
It gave me a reason to exist, and to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
You're wrong. You're not a tool, Pecco. Because if you're a tool, then all this time we spent together.
Nothing.
I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist in this island. We're fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That's why you're hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household powers. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a
No matter what I am, when I'm told I'm nothing but a tool for mere killing. My young master intends to kill, it's only natural for me to act as his tool. Then, the one trying to kill Mahiru wasn't you, it was Fuyahiko.
Damn it.
If it is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it.
I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me.
And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even get to know my sister is dead? You tried to confirm it with Mahiru. That's why you wanted to talk to her.
So,
Yeah. I sent her the photos because I wanted to make sure she would respond. But she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too. Pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we were all. Before anyone played that game, we didn't even know what the incident had happened. That's why, if we were told we were connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. Ah, sorry. Actually, I have plans to go to the beach with everyone.
Oh my my!
Wait, you're not gonna go, Mahiru? If you want to talk about it there, I'll be totally fine. It's plenty important, so, you know, it'll be troubling to all the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I just want to think about it with me.
But
If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyways. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to look, it had to be today. There's always tomorrow.
oh,
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too.
But
It's rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyahiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right? By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko.
what the?
Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of the same person here, I have no choice but to kill that person for my sister's behalf, right?
And so,
So, my young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as a murder weapon because in the game, that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, a clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even ruined my disguise. It was the only thing I could do to revenge my sister.
That is...
So that's why you killed Mahiru with the bat. But still, I believed her up until the very last minute that the game was a work of fiction. Even so, that bitch.
Hey,
The game is actually real. Are you the one who killed Girl E?
are you?
Hey, I don't want to hear about this.
but
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but
why?
you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell
Who
up!
cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
What are you
You
saying?
had no right to do that. Nobody has a right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong. Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiru, I was still trying to find an excuse not to go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat that I had under the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me. It made me kill Mahiru.
young master, I am finished.
What?
Are you saying that you killed because you were not ordered to? A tool is not defined by its will, but by its action. I don't get this at all.
Of course.
Of course you understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand, and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Could you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed.
Okie dokie, yeah, I'll be quiet. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the crime scene. However, I was considered a possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make sure the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us test in our heroics. So we fell for it. You fell for a trick all along. That's right. You guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as a killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
That's obviously
Hold on.
wrong.
Don't act like our loss has been decided yet.
No.
No. It should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is
Alaman,
troubling.
all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyahiko is actually a true killer. Hold on, I'm telling you to hold on.
I see.
So for Peko, Fuyahiko himself is a true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru and now you're trying to sacrifice us so you can protect him.
Great.
You could only hope for... You can only go that far because you're the only hope.
Wrong.
I have no hope. I'm just a tool. Well, if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyways.
Now then.
I'm gonna ask this someone else. Hey, Fuyahiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey,
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us? Is that your hope?
what?
Hold on.
What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
Huh? You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, to be honest, Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko on your own free will?
Hey,
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf. The fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer. Are those things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth? Fuyuhiko,
Yeah.
I know you hate her guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
I...
Young master.
You just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Terotero, are proof of that. Plus, it'll be frustrating to get held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that? Of course. I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you won't be hesitant like you are right now, right?
Young master.
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please just tell them the truth. Master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I'm a tool. Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless whether or not you'll still lose Peko, but
Hey.
if you insist that you're the killer, as she said, you could sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what she had to say.
Damn it!
Young master, I am finished.
You... What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me.
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A
Well,
tool
this is
to
depressing.
My young master. Without an owner, tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain you'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan. Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Yoko will be waking up soon, after you leave. I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me. Forget about the Kuzuryu clan. You better escape.
So how about Fuyuhiko? Please, tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I can go through with it after all.
Young master.
Because that's actually what I have to do to survive. I just feel ashamed of myself. I mean, I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself. If I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times I tell you I don't want a tool to be given to me by the Kazuryu clan?
Young master.
Oh my, is this how it turned out? Yeah, I thought it would be more brutal. Oh, this man. I just pointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions. There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey,
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew that Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
jeez.
Well, that's obvious now. I mean, why would you have surveillance cameras if you're just gonna have fun, huh? You know, it was an expression. Peko's claim, which probably is interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of a trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Peko, the tool with a heart, is the killer.
Sorry.
Peko, I'm sorry I can't fulfill your request. Even though you did that ought to provide me a chance to survive. But I had a feeling that we turned out like this.
Young master.
You have a kind heart, despite being Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worried about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself. I believe you wouldn't accept it that easily. We've been together ever since we were children. You want a tool would understand that.
What?
And why?
Even so,
I wanted you to escape. I wanted to protect you.
Echo.
I'm terribly sorry.
I'm not able to serve you by your side until the very end, young master.
Bye.
And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. Maybe a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
Please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Of course. Peko. That will do. Monokuma. Why didn't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
As long as I'm a tool, I'm fully prepared to die.
So cool.
But this, will be able to maintain the composure until the very end. People will act as proud as you will always shed a tear despite in the end. If it's despair in the end. Now then, let's begin.
Young master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one more selfish request.
So,
I tell you not to call me young master.
I want you to remember.
The tool, Peko Pekoyama, who stood beside you. I'd like you to remember that. That's it. How many times I don't need any tools. You did say that. Now then, let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair. Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills.
This time for the ultimate swordsman Peko Pekoyama.
why?
You stayed on my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
I
never needed a sword or a shield.
never needed a tool. So you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got.
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only
Oh, well, this is depressing.
Young master?
why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids.
Let's go. It's punishment time.
Please, Peko. Don't go. I need you. Don't leave me.
Young master? Young master?
Oh, well then. Fuck. Upset now. I swear, did we just... Even Fuyuhiko? This shouldn't be allowed. people dying so easily, falling like dominoes. You bastard, what is this? This can't be. This is a lie, right? Pico! Fuyuhiko! For heaven's sake, it's just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. That's why she should have discussed it with me. It's supposed to be a clash between two hopes. But she crushed something so unpalatable.
Oh.
You still talk like that about that? The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that two of our friends got killed? I am pissed. I'm even sad and hopeless. But still, it's gonna be okay. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder of bright, shining future that'll waste us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth. Calling me a ladder, well, pretty interesting things. In a way, misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him. I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I should make a declaration. We definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the ultimates will here definitely completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. Much longer. We're playing such stupid things. Don't you understand? If Fuyuhiko died, you know. Not yet. He's still alive.
Everyone!
Fuyuhiko's still alive.
You serious?
You serious? Fuyuhiko! Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out. His pulse is getting weaker.
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Serves him right. Monokuma, if he dies, you're a murderer.
You're so
You'd be filled with hope because they thought saving her is yourself. That's why you end up like that.
You stupid
What are you single about? You need to hurry up and save him.
I don't.
A surprise order?
What the heck?
Why'd I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong.
It's your duty to save him. Duty? Because it's written in the school trip rules. If the black ink is spilled during the trial, they alone will be executed. If only the black ink gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless. But you should be able to do it. Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it's me.
So,
Fine then, I'll save him. Really?
like,
I was actually gonna do that all along, so I've already prepared for this. Prepared. That's when it happened. A sound began ringing from out of nowhere. It gradually grew closer and closer. Oh, for fuck's sake.
An ambulance?
just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patients.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under so I'll see you later.
And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our side. Is she really gonna be okay? To leave this to Monokuma? Can't be helped. It's not like there's any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack if nothing. Then all we can do is wait. I have to wait for him. I mean, he caused Mahiro's death, you know.
However,
We must put that aside since Pecco's already been punished. Or else we won't be able to advance forward.
Fall, my
There were no second chances in life. We cannot return to what we've already transpired. There's no other way then to move forward. Like an arrow of light pierced through the darkness.
damn it!
I guess. Things aren't that exciting as if shit stared like him. Right. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. In the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko. I don't want anyone else to be sacrificed. And so, the class trial ended. We still can't see the real ending that was really wanted yet. And that finally arrives. What will happen to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat floating unreliably in a vast dark sea. We were just alone there. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could just explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word for that.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair, and the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.